Alrighty, guys, what's going on? Corbin with Corbin's Corner Horror Reviews back again for another episode. And today we have the Contraband Combat. Um, these actually came into my possession because of that big ASP bag bracket when the Combats quite literally almost beat Viper R's in the popularity contest, whatever. Mostly because a lot of people want to see Viper R's lose, which I understand. And also, apparently, a lot more people throw combats than I thought. That's just where that came. But I was like, you know what? I had a set like a while ago, and I didn't love them, but now I'm like super into carpet, and maybe I'll like them a lot more. And you know what? They're okay. A little more bouncy for my liking. Feels kind of weird, but let's get into it. So before we start, I do have two sponsors, Black Sheep Baggers and the Cornhole Cave, blacksheepbaggers.com. Bags, boards, accessories, apparel, all that good stuff. Use code Corbin5 for 10% off over there. And the Cornhole Cave, brick and mortar out of Wichita, Kansas. So go see the bags, see the boards, grab a t-shirt, talk to the owner. Really nice guy. Same or next day shipping on his website all the time. So that's pretty cool too. And then what else do I have? I have Patreon. It's down there. Whatever. So Contraband Combats. Um, they're interesting. They're bouncy. I have some issues with collecting, with like the bag going over the hole when I try for a push. You might see it, you might not see. But let's get into it. Price: $100 plus shipping. Contraband website, just like that. I've been doing my research, guys. Give me too much crap for not knowing my bag prices. Now I know it. There you go. Brings us into break-in method. Not a darn clue in the world. I bought these used, so really not a clue. It doesn't feel like there's anything extra on there, but there could have been. I mean, I don't know. These are super, super used. They're very broken in. They're in good shape, but they're very broken in, so I really have no idea how they were broken in. Speeds, another one that you guys always give me crap on. So here's the thing. I got to explain this. When I give you speeds, I give you what I believe they are. I'm never going to give you what the manufacturer says, because typically that's not correct. These most people call a 4.8, which is fine. 4 on the slow, 8 on the fast. The 8, 100% 8. Like, that's just what it is. That's this fast side. That's cool. Carpet changes speeds depending on conditions. So that's why I always say like a 4 to 5 or whatever. Like today, it's actually playing kind of 5-ish just because my boards are quick, whatever. I've played on boards where this was a 3. So that's just kind of why I give you guys a range. I thought that was pretty self explanatory, but here we are. And that's okay. So I give you guys my perceived range. If you want to look it up and go off a manufacturer speed, that's fine as well. Just know that sometimes their listed speeds and the actual speed will vary. So whatever. So after speeds, we got fill, feel, and flop. The fill, it's like small bead. I mean, very BG-ish, and it's probably my least favorite part of the bag, honestly, but it's what makes the bag do what it does. Overall feel is fine, actually. Corner seams edges are good. Closing stitch is nice. Double reinforced. Sublimation's decent. I mean, these are super used, so probably faded a little bit. But my original set of combats was like almost more rectangular than square, and these are definitely square, so no issue with that. And then flop, I mean, they're not crazy floppy, honestly. For how broken in they are, they're not crazy floppy, but it's also that it's that super bead fill that's going to keep them a little more full feeling, regardless of how well they're broken in. So brings us into playability. Carpet bag blocks, pushes, cuts, flops, rolls. Airmail drag, maybe, if it's on the fast side. Slow side, pretty much just going to want to hang there. Slither around and drop in, only the fast side. Slow side's not going to do that. But these are really like the cuts and flops and roll kind of game, that play style. If you like a really dirty game and you like to leave a bag on the board and not get it, that's what these are for. So it's also, I feel that way about the Mojos as well, which I'm also reviewing today. So kind of one of those where like if you don't mind leaving a bag there, like you're not gonna be four bagging everything, but if you want to leave a blocker and then just get around it any way that you want, you can do that. Heyo. Got a little bit of wind right at my back. Doesn't affect me this way. Affects me throwing back if I'm nose down at all. So I mean they're friendly enough. It's not like that's just gonna hit and totally stop. It's nothing like that. But that bag will never go. It's you can airmail that and it might go. It's just all right. Well, make me a liar. That's fine. Um, it really depends. I feel like it's super board dependent for me right now because my boards are just quick. I've learned that. Ooh, wobbly. I've learned that with throwing on them and throwing on a lot of other boards. My boards are super super fast. So a lot of bags, maybe. A lot of bags are a little more friendly on my boards. I'm gonna try a slow side collect. Oh, ooh, surprised myself with that one. Even into the wind, slow bag, slow side, whatever. Guess them Kombats wants to shine. Let's go fast side here. This is a very controllable, yeah, as it goes. Very controllable fast side. It's that 8-speed that I love. You guys know I love it. I almost want to put a little front load on this as I'm throwing it, because when it hits like that, it slows it down a little bit. So, a little front loaded fast side. Guess that might be the trick if you're a fast side thrower. Or just have a super flat bag with really good accuracy. I guess that would work too, but that's kind of out of the question for me. So let's just go nose down. I can't go nose down this way because the wind will absolutely destroy me. So let's just try to make it up there. It's controllable. I mean, on most board conditions, this 8 isn't a huge problem. Definitely enough speed to push through bags, but grab it. But for the most part, if you're kind of accurate, okay, whatever. Guess it might hurt you a little bit. I don't know. I just think my boards are lightning fast, which I like. I actually think it helps me, because if boards are lightning fast at a tournament or something, it's not a problem because I'm totally used to it. And if they're slow, I can just throw a little harder. If you're used to throwing on slow boards and all you do is throw hard, you're gonna have trouble when the boards are quick, because you're gonna have to change how you throw pretty drastically. So I think having fast boards, like the block, nice. Having fast boards is actually a benefit in my eyes, but try to flop around this one now. Did it, but I did the wrong side of the bag. Collect. Well, that was gross. That was not intentional, but that's that fill. It helps you be pretty darn friendly because those bees just kind of roll over each other. But I wanted to try to collect that one because I struggle with collects on these bags. I do. It could be a super straightforward collect, and I just struggle with it. So something about them. I think it's the combination of the fill. Hoping that will stay there. Fill and the slow side. I think just makes it a little harder for me. Of course, I finally hit a flop, and it's just gotta take the bag in with it. Just something about it. I've played against people that throw these bags. It's literally only been once, because not really anyone in my area throws these. But I played against these two guys, and man, it was just the most frustrating thing in the world because they just lay blocks, and then they're just bouncing around them. They're cutting. They're doing whatever they do because it's a carpet bag, and it's a very sticky carpet bag, but it's also a sticky carpet bag. Oops, hit my leg. That has a whole lot of action to it. So it's kind of frustrating playing them just because they would just get in your way. I was trying to make that grab. They just get in your way and then they get around it and they don't care. So maybe. Yeah. If you don't land at a bag short, that probably drags, but I think for the most part that one was just going to sit there unless I had a really nice drag out of it. But I mean, I don't hate them. I don't know. It's not my favorite bag, but I don't hate them. Just the fill's a little weird to me. But I feel like if the fill was, if the fill was much different, they wouldn't play the same. They wouldn't block, or they wouldn't flop and cut and do all that crazy stuff. They had disc fill. And it was a little too far left. Let's try it again. So, I mean, I don't really hate them. Maybe. So that's exactly what I was talking about, actually. Now, I threw it a little too hard. My boards are a little too fast. But I was just trying to grab that, pick it up, drop it in. It did not. It stuck. They launched. That's just my issue. My collecting ability with these is not like it is with other bags. So, I mean, they're still nice. Don't get me wrong. Not trying to crap on them. It's just, I don't think they collect all that well. But you can do that. So it's kind of like, what do you prefer? You know? Just a little too much hop. Nope, missed it right. Corbin. It's those that just, they're not overly difficult. Why do I do that? Probably because I'm not very good. That might be why. So, see what I can do on this final back here. Trying to lay a block. Little too far right. Little too far left. Just go straight through it. Didn't have any issue cleaning up. Like when they're close to the hole, my collecting is just not quite there. That's short. Too damn it. Whatever. Contraband combats. Man, I don't hate them. It's just not my favorite bag, like in the hand. And when it gets a little bit sticky out, oh, they struggle. The slow side is tough. It's a really, really sticky carpet. The Strive Chameleon uses it. I want to say the Kanga uses it. Dragon Bag's Beast. It's that carpet. OG2 uses it. So when it gets just a little bit sticky, it's just a little bit tough for me. But aside from that, I mean, if you want to have a fun game, if you want to be blocking and just trying to cut and do all that crazy stuff, like this is the bag for you. They do just fine. So anyway, guys, that is the short and sweet on the Contraband Combats. If you guys like this one, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your buddies, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.